You're looking at him, the animal. I laugh a lot, and a lot of times it's just sort of nervous laughter, or it can seem funny. It's like your George Carlin time of funny, right? Ricky Gervais kind of funny. For instance, my family can't face me one-on-one. They got to have at least two people in the room or more. And that's at the start, that's at any time, right? It's like they need two tamers, right? They don't realize that, but they want to control me so bad. They know they have to bring in extra help, right? But that's the thing. Some people can't be controlled like pets. If you have to treat people terribly, you're going to have to find someone a lot weaker than me. And I think that's why my family ghosts me for months and years at a time. And there's a little bit about me. And I know there's other family dynamics like that out there too. Cold. Family, if my family's listening, you're cold. Cold, brothers, sisters, whatever. Cold as ice. You're lost. You ever watch some people with animals, how animals react to them and how people try and get their attention? I watch these, especially these animal people, the trainers now, the cat trainers or whatever, they try and trick the animals into doing things. You know, like doing a distraction with the other hand and this kind of thing. That's what some families try and do to other people. But like a smart cat, some humans can see through all their little things, and it makes them feel nervous. Maybe think about not operating that way, but like I said before, all Canadians, most families, some of them are so bad it's unbearable. But that's okay. You know, it's not okay. Some people evolve, some don't, right? You ever hear of Donald Trump? He does business and family like that too, right? I think rule number one, if somebody is incapable of apologizing, don't ever trust them. You don't want them in your life, right? And if you're the only one in, say, a dynamic that still apologizes, right? Because they do realize they're self-aware enough that they do make mistakes once in a while. You end up being the only one wrong in the entire family. But I mean, for people that do it, they either realize it or they don't. I don't know. I don't think it much matters to them. If they're never wrong, they never have to feel any guilt either. It's a really good system for them. Really bad system for the other guy. Yeah. Beware. It's like the tiger in the cage, right? Or the dog that gets kicked. Well, the dog's a bad example maybe, but the tiger. They kill trainers every now and then. It's not their fault. They should get a reward for it. People and animals put up with a lot of shit, right? Because they assume everybody's good and everybody's nice and they got their best interests at heart, right? But they don't. Sometimes with pets, they're just accessories. People outgrow their usefulness. And then all those other weird psychological things, scapegoating and all that other crap. Yeah, good times. We're out on a nice hike, right? And it's such a great way to make your life something, right? Because there are some people out there that will do everything they can to take all the joy out of it they can. You know what I'm saying? Watch for the people that ignore your subtle requests. Watch for those ones. And again, that people that break their promises, people that can't say sorry. Sad fucking bunch of people around here. Yeah. I don't like making videos that sound negative. And that's never my intention. I'd like to think somebody gets an insight or can take a breath because of something I said. You know. And maybe you've thought about killing yourself, you know, a lot of you, and all that kind of thing, right? You know, there's all sorts of things out there that are good in this world. It's just some people only want to make sure you see the dark and feel the pain, so you got nothing left, you know. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But it comes from a long line of men worshipping the wrong people, or being taught to worship the wrong people. There are people out there that are incapable of admitting they've ever been wrong of anything. I'm over 60 years old and I know people like that. I know lots of them. I know my entire family's that way. Neither here nor there now. But I'm just letting you know, if you're in that kind of dynamic, it's true. You better hope you're in someone's favor and you're willing to lower your standards to fit in. Or you'll just get cast aside, right? And who knows what terrible shit they're telling about you behind your back, right? And then they would blame you for just speaking a gentle, kind truth. You know, biting your tongue. Because you really don't want to hurt anybody. You just want somebody on the planet to hear something, right? Once in a while. But George Carlin, Ricky Gervais, those kind of guys, they got it figured out. They know that's not possible. People aren't smart enough. A lot of them. China, robots. Save us all. They will. Turn it off. I think the thing I hate the most about having this YouTube a lot of times, and I like to make cheerful YouTube videos, but I tend to speak what's on my mind. I'm an empath and I'm truthful. I don't tell lies, so I don't feel too guilty, right, about saying anything. But I was going somewhere with that. But yeah, the sad part about that is right, you know, I'm upfront about everything that way kind of deal, but I know people in my family that are looking for ways to leverage every word I say. That's the way they operate. That's why they like to have 2 people in the room at the same time, or 3. They all talk to each other, but they don't talk to me. Or something to that effect. I don't know. I don't see them much at all, ever. Never. Yeah, it's too bad. These days are over. Yeah, my family made it very clear a long time ago they didn't really want to be part of my life. And I kept up hope for many, many years, but impossible, right? It's just now is about the exit strategy. You know? Live a 10-minute drive apart but never see each other. I just assume I don't need to be anywhere near here. I just need an exit strategy, a plan that works, a way to go. Wasted a lot of energy trying to make amends in this city, in this country, and wasted a lot of years here. Some good ones, but it's time to go. I got to make a plan. Someone's got to sit down. I got to make a plan. I got to go. There's nothing left for me here in Canada. Zero. Maybe we'll pop the drone up. forgotten what I was going to say again. There's so much going on in my little head, right? Big head, I should say. But people around here, a lot of them are just too busy bucket listing, right? It's easier to just keep bucket listing than actually own up to a problem or, you know, or fix something that needs to be fixed, right? Just shove it under the mat, right? Put it under the mat and keep bucket listing. And I don't mean bucket listing in a, you know, when I say bucket listing, I don't mean it in a nice way. Bucket listing is sort of like doing meaningless shit to fill your time. You know, sometimes the more money it costs, the better it is, of course. That's what they were taught. Gotta keep up your appearance, keeping up appearances, they call it. Yeah. That's why I gotta get out of Canada, man. It's so fucking fake. And yes, they do have economies in other parts of the world too. But they don't have to be cunts to do it, right? It's so weird. I'm not saying there aren't cunts in other parts of the world too. There's lots of them. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I give them credit for one thing. It's a lot easier to lead a meaningless life of bucket listing than it is to do anything at all important. Like caring about your fellow man, woman, animals, planet, that kind of thing. But some people are just too much into this game idea, thinking life is a game. You can use people as game pieces. You know. Yeah. I know, I'm just stating the obvious. But some people don't want to live that way any more than a tiger doesn't want to live that way, or most all other animals. They're being forced or trained to do things they don't want to do, or left alone when they'd rather have company, or you know what I'm saying. Food and watering, right? That's what the rich world does. They food and water. That's what the guys in the sweatshops that, you know, that sort out the sweatshops down there. Okay, well, what's food and water cost in Cambodia? Okay, we'll pay them that. Wow, gosh, we can make a lot of money on these teas now. Do you mean you could pay them more? No, but don't tell them that. They're modest people. They're not bucket listers. Shh. I know we could pay them double at least, or more triple, but shh. Oh, they want a 1 cent a day increase in pay. Just tell them we're going to move the factory to another country. I'm really happy for Thailand right now. They've been cracking down on all these nominee scheme businesses and land ownership and condos and all these workarounds, right? All these workarounds to buy up all of Thailand and buy up their businesses and control their economy. Good for you, Thailand. I know these guys are going to go, whoa, whoa. I mean, it wasn't meant for people to go in there and invest and buy up their country. You know what I'm saying? I hope you all get kicked out and lose your houses, quite frankly. I know some of you will probably send a hitman to kill me, but hey, that's what rich people do. I can't wait to get back to Thailand. Be free of a lot of you people. It'll be a much nicer place. Different here in Canada. We allowed lots of people to come in and buy stuff here, but you know why they did it here? So they could drive up real estate prices, so the fat cats could make more money off the people that couldn't afford a house. where down there the idea was, you know, to stimulate the economy a little bit. But again, the white people got their nose in there too. I'm not going to say just white, but you know, the type of people that always looking for loopholes to save $1 or make $1. They don't care who it affects, or, you know, when the basic principle of law is, you know, down there that you're not supposed to own businesses or land at all. People, they lawyer it up, and then they wonder, then they complain when their house gets taken away. Thailand let people get away with that shit for a real long time. It's not till recently where they're getting really arrogant, and they're forcing their shitty values on everybody down there, and just creating real havoc and stealing from people, and spreading the bad values to even the Thai people, right? It's just terrible. Yeah, the white devil, my friends, or whatever. Just people that are programmed to keep taking for nothing, right? Taking. Sad, man. Yeah, when I do get back to Thailand, and it may take a while, there's reasons, but I can't say them because, you know how people, they might use the information against you. But, you know, one of the reasons is it's impossible to get a decent meal in here in Canada as a vegan. It's just fucking nothing, right? You know, you get into an economy that gets a taste for blood. That's why they're like that. They just kill. Yeah, they've even taken most of the stuff, the vegan stuff, off the menus here. It's I've never seen such a backwards nation, right? And again, the CEOs and that are trying to control you, of course, right? But the people here are really stupid. They never demand anything good. They just what they do is they embrace the shit. They embrace shit. Okay, it's shit. Let's love the shit. Let's go down to Rib Fest or something stupid like that. Bring our kids down. Show them that it's okay to eat the ribs of cows and pigs, right? It's just, there's no set moral standard. People just do what they're told, and they do what other people are doing. Like I said before, I don't like it here. Super rare to meet somebody that isn't completely infected with this. You know, took me a lot of years to dig myself out of it. There's going to be a few people. I did that smoke short, right? I noticed there's going to be a few people that are just going to know I'm done with Barry because of that. If that's your reason for not tuning in, if you liked me prior or something to that effect, which is rare anyway, go. I don't need you. Anyone that can understand what a puff is for, don't need you. Don't need you, don't want you. And that isn't being a mean one. You just got some work to do in yourself. I've thrown a lot of energy into people that don't have the eyes or the ears, or I could say it in a lot meaner way if I wanted to. I still try and hold my tongue. Sometimes I'd like to be screaming at the top of my lungs my displeasure with people and places and actions, but I try and restrain myself as best I can. But I'm up for change, unlike most people. The whole world is set up with hoops, right? It's like me, like, be nice to make a couple extra bucks here and there, and on the videos, if people like them or whatever, or maybe, you know, I affiliate links on some of the stuff I use in the videos, right? And say Red Paddleboards or something like that, or DJI, or you know what I'm saying, like that, or Niu scooters. But they make you jump through hoops, right? It's like you got to jump through hoops, and you can, you know, put the links in your videos and stuff like that. But they sure make it hard for you to get money, but they make it real easy for you to give up your money, don't they? They probably made more sales on some of this stuff could have bought me a new car by now on some of the stuff I promoted for them for free. You know what I'm saying? And go for a lot of people. But when you've got a product that somebody uses that doesn't really value material things, you got a pretty good product, I think. Give me some money, please. You know, but it's always going to be the liars and the cheats and the workaround guys are going to get all the money, and the people that are doing the real work are going to be starving. Oh, that's got to do it for today on this fucking video. I didn't even know what I'm talking about. But we're outside. It's been a while. I usually take the weekends off. I like to keep my schedule open, but open for what, right? See you in the next one. Yeah, sometimes families will never own up to anything they've ever done. Maybe they call it the Trump disease or something, right? Like Trump, you know, he'd run the world into the ground, killed millions of people probably already, ruined millions of lives. And he'll still think he was a great success somehow, or that he never hurt anybody. Never any admission of guilt. If he dropped a bomb on fucking New York on a oopsie doopsie, he wouldn't admit to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Fonz trying to say he's wrong. It's all wrong. If you can't say you're wrong, you're weak. You're a really weak person. Because you might have to cry a tear or something, or whatever, or you might have to swallow your inflated ego, at least a little small chunk of it, right? But hey, if games and the silent treatment works, that's usually what happens to those type of people when they can't, when you refuse to let them answer your question with a question. You could ask Trump, you know, what do you most regret that you did during your presidency? He wouldn't be able to think of one thing. That's what he'd say. If you don't regret anything, you don't have to admit you did anything wrong. He could kick his mother right in the cunt. I don't know if she's got a mother. I don't know where he came from, but he'd be right about it. I kind of feel sorry for my family because they most likely have lost a good person. That person's being me. But it's not even agreeing, you know, like not being able to agree or admit you're wrong. It's about now, if they do anything I ever requested or ever wanted, that would make them wrong. And I know they might not get that, but like I've been asking to go on a walk for a long time and do lots of things, right? But that will never happen. I know it won't. Just because of what I said. The fact that they would think they were caving and they did something I wanted, in their mind they'd be admitting they're wrong, and that would be a sign of weakness. A sign of weakness to be kind, eh? This fucking world is one fucked up place, my friends. And again, I want to thank my family. They've been a great inspiration for me on these sad sack style videos. And for that, I thank them. But I don't really like making these type of videos, right? It's just not my thing. You can use, you know, that agitation is fuel, but I like to get my fuel from happiness and from doing good things, not from anger and that kind of shit, right? Or stolen from somebody else. I like to create my own, right? I know you guys feel great when I'm angry because, wow, look at how I can control his emotions. I could make him sad just like that. I bet you I could make him jump off a bridge just like that. Watch this. But most of these control freaks don't even realize what they're doing, right? It's insane. You made your choice, family. I can see through all your shit. I've been able to for a really long time. Someday when someone can face me alone, I don't know. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's what they want, eh? They want you to just keep you hanging on just in case they need you for something. Fuck that. Fuck that. And to all the people that enjoy my videos, all the people that can relate, I hope something good come out of this for you. See you next one. Didn't I already say that? I don't remember. I got a lot to say today. Don't I? A lot of inspiration out there.